I'm Norm Robbins. I'm here on the University of Nevada, Reno campus with three of the faculty members of the Institute for Young Dramatic Voices, the IYDF. And we are?
I'm Luana Duvall. I lead the American Wagner project, which is at the senior end of our 6 groups.
I am Thomas Morocco, and I'm a pianist, coach, conductor, and I coach the singers in French, German, Italian, whatever repertoire they're working on.
My name is Monica Williams-McCullough, and I am director of the Opera Discovery program. And in our group, we have ages 15 to 17.
Tell us how you select people for your program.
I'm involved in the audition panel, and we receive sound information via application, and then we sift through and choose certain people for live audition. And the audition panel moves and travels to people to make it less expensive than the singers. We have normally few spots to fill, so we select the crème de la crème.
I play the auditions. I accompany the auditions in New York, and also have a voice in my opinion. Dolora asks my opinion, what I think, and many times I will sort of feed students that I've worked with to her and say, I think you should hear this person. I think this person would be someone who is right for us and has the right kind of focus and discipline to be here, because the students need a lot of discipline since they get enormous amount of input from all of us. So they have to be able to assimilate all of this and not get overwhelmed.
And sometimes we have 170 people, and then we call from there. Sometimes it's more than that, over 200. So it takes quite a bit of time. It takes about, I devote at least 15 minutes or 20 minutes to each individual. So you multiply 20 times 170, you come up with lots of hours to go through.
You come up with a big number.
Yeah, it's true. But what you can almost tell as an experienced teacher, you can almost tell right away from the first 5 tones if this person is interested or not. But I like to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they usually will send two pieces. And so I will hear from both of them, read a little bit about who they studied with, and before I really make my final decision.
Tell me about the curriculum.
Well, for the 15 to 17-year-olds, again, I focus basically on the voice and voice studies. So I spend a lot of time on breathing technique and resonance. And then I hit all of the other aspects of music. A lot of them are getting ready to apply for conservatory or university. So I prepare them as far as their music theory, make sure that they're comfortable with sight singing, all aspects of music.
Hi, Dolora.
Hi.
Dolora Zajick, the major domo of the IYDF. Tell us about your successes with prior students.
Well, we have placed our students in just about every major training program with almost every major opera company. We write letters of recommendation if we think that we talk to people if we think that they're right for that particular program. And a lot of our singers now have international careers. In fact, we have a young man with us, Javier Arre, who's made his debut with the Vienna State Opera and with the Met, major roles. He just signed a contract for La Scala, and he's in our young professional division. So you have to have that in management to get into that level. So.
Okay. And
to help them establish their, to just for the final finishing touches. He's extremely a talented young man.
Okay, I'm from Chile, and I'm here from 2010, and my first time in this country was 2009 in this fantastic institute. So this was my first time, my really first time here. Okay. The year after, Placido bring me from Chile to the States for his program for 2 or more
Placido
years.
Domingo.
And then I'm based now in this beautiful place with my family. I have 2 kids.
Okay.
Um,
And a wife?
And my wife, and I'm based now here at the
Good.
States. Yeah.
When did you discover that you had an operatic voice?
Operatic voice, actually, when I was 15, probably. I was
Okay.
singing when I was 8, 7 at church. I was playing the piano. I was doing stuff like chorus, all of that stuff. But when I was 15, one person told me, you know, with your voice, you should be singer. I said, I want to be conductor. Yeah, but that can be for later on. Start with the voice, the sing, because with your voice, you can be good. So when I was 17, I was from my town in the south of my country to the capital to study. With my former voice teacher, I was 10 years studying there.
Good.
After that, I met this fantastic singer, and then I moved to the States for another 3 more. I'm doing my first steps singing in these places. I'm very happy, honored, grateful also, because for me it was a far thing from Chile, for a small country. Something that probably you don't know. In my country, we don't have one voice teacher like for this kind of stuff, or one vocal coaches to see the repertoire. We don't have even one. So it's quite hard. So now I'm starting doing my steps in these places, and it's great, you know, fantastic. I'm very happy,
Good.
grateful, and
What will you be singing with the Met, do you know?
Bohème, Turandot.
Okay.
Um,
Are you going to be broadcast in HD? We get the Met in
I'll
HD.
do for Turandot, and I just did the broadcast for Carmen as well last season
Okay.
at the Met also.
I'm from Spain, I'm Antonio Guterres, and it's my second time here in the States.
My name's Bill McCullough. I was born in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours north of Pittsburgh.
Since I have born, yeah,
Okay.
I was born. Since I was born,
We're all
because
born.
my grandmother showed me a lot of folk songs, so I have no memories about my starting in singing. But in the opera world, above all, since 3 years ago, in a serious way and focused on it.
You sing in zarzuelas?
Yeah, I sing it in Madrid in the Teatro La
Flamenco?
Cátedra. Flamenco, no, it's such different music.
Go ahead. When did you know?
Well, for me, it was kind of a long journey. It's like I always had the loudest voice, whether I was in chorus or if I was singing in musicals when I was in K through 12. But then I had my first actual opera voice lesson when I was in undergrad, and the teacher said, "It's like, you might be a Helden tenor." And it's like, what's that? And I go read about it and I look it up, and it's like, okay, well, let's try it out and see how that works. And kind of started singing more baritone repertoire, and then switched over to Mozart tenor stuff and worked my way back down eventually. I heard about this program actually when I was looking for a program for my wife's one student that actually attended here for a couple of years, and I auditioned eventually myself and got it.
Made the cut.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself.
My name is Amber Opheim. I'm from Virginia, but I live and sing full-time in Switzerland, and I'm here studying with the American Wagner Project.
Okay.
My name is Eugene Richards. I'm from San Diego, California, but based in Las Vegas now, where I found my one and only teacher, Luana Duvall, who runs the AWP. So I've gotten almost my entire music education here at the Institute.
Well, I've been studying opera since I was 17 years old. My earliest musical education was actually in ballet. I studied 14 years as a classical dancer, and that brought the classical music into my entire body. And I began singing in college and did several opera studios in the States and have been working in Europe for 8 years. But just a year and a half ago, through the encouragement of some other singers and colleagues, I decided to discover whether or not I had a dramatic voice and audition for this program, and very luckily
And you made the cut.
I did, yes. Thank
Like
goodness.
one in 50 or something.
Who knows?
Go ahead. Tell us when you discovered you had a voice that would bring you here.
I was 32 when I found out I could do this. I came up as an athlete and I modeled for a number of years. And at one point I decided I wanted to be the next Luther Vandross.
Okay.
And someone heard me and said I need to try legit music. And then I met Luana here.
Okay.
And the rest is history.
Thank you. Thank you very much, both of you.
Pleasure.
Toi, toi, toi.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Emily Damasco. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I am in the intermediate program this year.
And what brought you, what brought you into the world of opera?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so when I was about 4 years old, I sang Britney Spears all the time, and my mom realized that Britney Spears, my voice was different. It wasn't really Britney Spears material, so I decided to get lessons when I was 6, classically trained, and my grandmother sang. So she kind of pushed me into that, and I actually fell in love with it. And so all through high school and elementary school and middle school, I just did musicals and sang, and then I eventually went into college, which I'm at Curtis Institute of Music at the moment, going into my sophomore year, so.
Hello, my name is Merrick Pittman. I'm in the intermediate program. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and what really brought me into the world of opera. When I was about 14, I was kind of being dragged around by my mother, who was a stage manager, and I was kind of taken in as a stagehand. But when I was about 14, because she started bringing me to operas, I was kind of dragged into being the ensemble because they needed a bass. So I started being cast in the ensemble more and more often, and I discovered that I had a love for it. And then I started getting cast in the small bit parts in the ensemble, and then eventually they started working me up. And then eventually they told me to go to Luana de Vol. And that's how I ended up being told about this program.
Are you ever going to sing Spara Fucile and Rigoletto?
I would certainly love to.
Thank you very much. And I'm here with the Major Domo, the lady who's responsible for it all, Dolora Zajick, Reno resident for a long, long time, has sung in the choir at the Methodist Church on 1st and West Street. Is a graduate of UNR, the place where we're standing. And I just wanted to thank you. These kids are great, absolutely great.
And they're all very talented.
I can hear that. And tell us about, you're going to do a gala. You're doing training today, 4 separate sessions.
Yes.
Today is Saturday. What?
It's our Saturday master class.
Okay, thank you. But then you're doing a gala at the end on the 31st of July.
Yes, we are.
Here at UNR, Nightingale Hall.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they're all going to be singing arias and ensembles, and you'll get to see that. You'll get to see the fruits of their labor and our labor, and how it's manifested itself in their performance. And I think you'll be very surprised at the level that these singers are at their very young ages. These, they've worked hard, we've worked hard, and so we're really excited about it. And also, we're also in a concert with the Reno Phil at Bartley Ranch on the 29th.
Yes.
So, and the concert is free. The concert on the 31st is free to the public.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So,
anything else you want to tell us now that you're with your home people?
Well, it's we're very fortunate to have the staff. The faculty that we have is extraordinary. The faculty that you find here are people that you would find at major opera houses. You go to La Scala, you go to the Met, you go to these places. That's where you're going to find this level. And these people have all donated their time. I mean, we pay them, but we pay them basically an honorarium because we couldn't afford to pay what they normally get.
Yes.
But they believe in the project, and so We've been so fortunate. We've got Tom Rocco, we've got Luana Duvall, we've got Monica McCullough, we've got Beatrice Benzi from La Scala, we've got John Parr from Berlin, we've got Yelena Cordina from the Met, and these are top-notch people. So these kids are getting the kind of input that you really need for a career. These people have been in the business, so they really know what these kids need. It's not an ivory tower approach. It's, you got to get this under control if you want to have a career.
Okay. And at the gala, are you going to do anything as Amneris or Azucena?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I have to take care of them.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
You're a wonder and a delight.
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
yes.